Hi Libras, this is going to be your reading for April 2026. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general reads, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide, I'll move on to Traditional Tarot, and then back to Oracle at the end. Your message for April is raise your vibration, which is actually the same message that Aquarius got. Let me read it for you. Your message. It's time to move up a level. It's time to fly high. You may have experienced some setbacks or felt low recently, but that is behind you now and you have the opportunity to light up like never before. Everything in the entire universe is comprised of energy, and that energy vibrates, drawing towards it similar energy. So raising your vibration means aligning yourself with situations, people, places, and choices you know that will lift you up, support you, and help you grow. When this card appears, you have overcome the darkness and are moving into a time of opportunity. Like the phoenix rising from the ashes, you are reborn. And now that the angels are acknowledging your commitment to your growth, you are filled with inspiration now and attracting only good. There is a sense of achievement around you at this time, and you may be receiving documentation, certification, or reward of some description to acknowledge your growth and experience. This is a time to cherish, a time to enjoy the rewards of your commitment to living with integrity and doing good. You have overcome many challenges and risen over adversity, judgment, possibly even abuse. You are ascending spiritually and personally at this time. The universe is supporting you. This is the pathway of light, the pathway of your soul's evolution, ascension. Let me pull some cards for you here, Libra, and let's take a look. Ooh. Okay. Let me feel this here. Immediately, I'm just getting partnerships for you. Just partnerships are going to be kind of important in April. New partnerships, new people that are divinely guided to you. For some of you, this is a romantic relationship. For other of you, this is just other partnerships. Yeah, I'm just feeling. I'm feeling the love here, Libra. I'm feeling like. It's weird. Things happen when you kind of least expect them, and that's just kind of the phrase that popped into my head right now when I'm feeling this energy for you. I just feel like it's like, oh, you know, this wasn't kind of where I thought this would kind of go. I feel like you with this Four of Cups are looking so intently on your situation right now. And it feels like there might be some heavy situations that's happening with these Three Cups, like on this earthly plane for you right now, where it's taking all your attention because it's just taking all of your energy. But interesting with this Four of Cups, the universe is bringing you in something here. It's bringing you in an offer. And it feels like it is this cup of happiness with the Sun card coming up for you here. And also the Star, maybe something that you've been manifesting or something that you've been wanting for a while. The universe is like, oh, here it is. And it kind of feels like you're just like, oh, it's here at this time. Like that's what such a weird time for it to kind of come in here, because I'm so focused on this other situation right now. I'm so focused on these other Three Cups, but they're like, this is maybe something that you've been manifesting or wanting that's going to make you kind of really, really happy here or filled with joy. So make sure you are kind of focusing on that joy, focusing on the new one. Like, yes, it feels like there's stuff going on for you with this Four of Cups. This does feeling like a lot, but they're trying to show you, hey, there is some good, there is some joy in all of this. And this might be a manifestation for yourself, or keeping your hopes alive is, I think, going to be really important. Keeping your hopes, your dreams, that something good, something positive is coming in for you here. While I'm saying there's new relationships, I'm getting the Three of Pentacles, which is kind of new partnerships, people that have the same goal as you here. So maybe some of you are joining a new team at work. For some of you, this might be helping you build, it could be, you know, a new medical support team. It could be like, you know, a new partnership with a different brand. For some of you, it could be just, hey, we really connect, we really align. Would you want to make something together, start a business, work together? It's like-minded people coming together for an overall goal. Maybe you're like starting a new charity, or you're starting to work in charity, or things like that. But it's interesting because what was stuck here with this Chariot card, where things were not moving, I feel like this new partnership is going to be like, boom, things are kind of moving faster now here, because this Lovers card is coming in here. That's what I was like saying for you. It was like this, maybe one place in your life where you were just feeling so stuck, and you're just like, I don't know, just nothing is working out. It's not happening. The universe is like, here it is. Here's the gift. Here's the connection you needed. Here's the group of people that you need to be around, right? We were talking about with this raise your vibration, what groups of people are helping you raise your vibration, what groups of people are helping you feel good, feel like you guys have the same common goal. And that's what you're going to kind of be looking at this month of April. It's like, oh, this is what that feels like, you know. And I felt like I was so stuck, and it took this one person to kind of come in to change that here for me. Again, the Lovers is just two people that are meant to kind of connect, or they're divinely guided together. So a lot of cases this is romantic partnership, but then it's also could be just someone coming in to kind of help you, or that connection that you kind of needed to have kind of a breakthrough here. It's like, here it is. That's what I was waiting for. That's where it's coming in. I'm coming in to help. And I'm feeling this kind of helping energy around you, coming in to help with some of the things. We do have this Two of Pentacles here, which you might be weighing options financially. This is why I'm thinking it might be like a work partnership, because you have the Three of Pentacles here, you have the Lovers, and you have the Two of Pentacles. So you might be weighing options on what to do. Maybe you're like, do I stay where I am currently? Do I move to this new space here? But with this Eight of Cups, it feels like you're not walking maybe away from this opportunity, or you're not ready to leave something fully behind yet. And you need some time to kind of think about it. You're like, can I get back to you in like a week or two? You know, allow yourself to kind of keep space here, because it just feels like you need a little time out with it. You need to think about it. You need to meditate on it a little bit, making sure you are making the right choice. That's not like not taking the opportunity head on. It's just you're being good, you're being cautious with your energy and making sure that you feel right about this. So I feel like that's kind of going to be an important thing for you here, and overall there's going to be an ending. But the Death card, again, if it can be actual physical death, but it just feels like an ending for you here, an ending of something old, something in this kind of Three of Cups energy, or something that feels like it was stuck for you. So definitely some kind of stuck energy here is going to be over. You're going to feel like things are kind of moving at pace, but you're going to be able to regulate it a little bit more, because it feels like you're going to be more trusting of where you're going with the Seven of Cups in reverse, where you were feeling confused, where you're feeling like there's a lot of options. I feel like now you're going to see that there's one kind of clear direction, or where you kind of should be going. Maybe this, I'm getting this is what I was waiting for. So if you feel like you've been in a waiting time, Libra, or you feel like you've been in limbo, it feels like this is the time where things kind of move forward for you. But you're a little nervous about it. You're a little scared. You're like, should I? You know, you're like, should I trust this? Is this too easy? I'm almost getting like, is this too easy? Is this too, like, it just kind of fell into my lap? Or you might be having those questions about this here, because you're just kind of like, was this a little bit too easy? You know, like, I don't know why I'm getting that here, Libra, but it just kind of feels like you're just like, wait a sec. That happened like really easily for me. Maybe you've been struggling for a little bit here, or, you know, something else has been taking all your energy, and you're like, that's all that need to happen. This energy, this person need to come in to change things. And it's like things are here now. But I feel like just trusting yourself a little bit more is going to be key, because they're just watching you. They want to make sure that you are making your right choice here with this Judgment card. The light's flickering right now for you, but it's Judgment time. This is like a testing card. And I hate to say that, because people are like, test. It's not like a school test, though. It's just testing to see if this is what you want, if you feel like this connection is divinely guided for you, and if you're willing to kind of take it. It's not being like, hey, if you say no to it, we're not going to ever bring this energy back for you. That kind of a test, all or nothing. It's just like being like, okay, what is it that you actually want? Remember, us humans, we have free will. Right? We have the will to choose what we want to do here. Sometimes, you know, things come in are meant to happen, so we don't. I mean, obviously we'd all choose to feel happy and great all the time, but then we wouldn't be really learning or experiencing here on Earth a spectrum of the emotions. But they were just telling you here with this Judgment card, it's like, okay, let's see if they react to this, or how they react to this. You know, are they willing to see this opportunity? Are they willing to accept it when we're bringing this in? Are they too distracted with other things that they're not seeing that this happiness, this joy, this wish fulfillment can come in for me here? I have the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Wands in reverse. There's energy here of not really seeing your progress in a way, or like seeing how far that you've come, taking a time out to look at the work that you've already done on yourself and on situations. It's like we're kind of focusing on the failure here, or the things that didn't work out for us. It's like, well, you know, like that didn't work, or do you remember the time I tried that and it just didn't work for me? And we're kind of really, with this Hermit card, feel like almost trying to isolate ourselves in a way. This is Virgo energy here, but it just feels like you might be overly judgmental about yourself, about failing or having failure or something that not working out. So I feel like you need to do like a little bit of time by yourself just to illuminate those things, to kind of see those things. It's like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I focusing on my failures when something wants to come in here that wants to work with me, that wants to be show success? It's like, why am I focusing on that? Why am I focusing on the things that didn't work out here? You know, what is this fear? What is this hesitation that I might be attached to at this current time, and that I'm still holding on to, that's not allowing me to go, yes, this is what I want? And I feel like it has something to do with here, with like your own work. It's not really seeing, you know, how far you come, what you have been doing here, kind of ruled by almost like your failures or things not working out. So you might take some time alone to just illuminate that with this Hermit card. Again, I feel like this is a time for connections for you, time for other people to kind of come in and help. So I feel like if you are kind of being alone, it's time for you to just kind of take a look at yourself, put a light to some, like he has that lantern there. He's taking a light to himself. He's taking a light to see, okay, where in my life do I need to add a little bit of light? You know, where do I need to add a little bit of joy? Where do I see these kind of dark pieces about me? We all have light and dark. That's just who we are. You know, we all have things that we struggle with. We all have things that, you know, make us feel good and make us feel bad. It's just the normal of life. But putting illumination to that, knowing that's maybe one of your triggers, knowing this is what I naturally do when I get into these situations, I feel it's like going to be really helpful for you to move past this and allow this kind of good to come in here. And you're going to be working hard today. I feel like you're working hard on yourself right now, Libra. And I feel like this is almost like your reward coming in for that, because people are seeing that. People are like, wow, you are really putting in the work here, Libra. You are really kind of being like, we're fixing this now, so that this kind of situation doesn't happen in the future. But again, don't overthink this. Just know you are putting in the work, right? I have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's saying you're not really looking at the fruits of your labor. You're not seeing how much work you're actually doing right now. So don't overthink it with this Ace of Swords. This is kind of like headaches, mental confusion. That's why it feels like maybe some of you are taking that time out with this Four of Swords here. Reverse, you're like, let me get back to you because I want to make sure my energy's good before I have a clear answer about this. It's like taking the time to understand and feel like your energy is back into a good place, because with this kind of Nine of Cups, this can talk about vices in a way. So you might be overthinking some of your situations where things you were attached to when you're not feeling emotionally fulfilled, whether that be relationships, people. Sometimes this can be vices, drugs, alcohol, food, things like that. And I feel like with that in reverse, this overthinking that's happening is like wanting you to cope in a way with some coping mechanisms, instead of being like, no, I've worked hard enough on myself here. You know, I'm not going to be like that anymore, or that's not where I'm going to be headed when I feel stressed or I feel like a failure. You know, I'm not going to reach for that, you know, bottle. I'm not going to reach for that fridge at this time. I understand that these might be complex emotions. I can understand that maybe my head's not in the right place right now, but I'm going to make sure I'm grounded. I'm going to make sure my energy's good. I'm going to raise my vibration instead of succumbing to this energy of I'm going to go to my vice to make myself feel better, or that instant gratification, right? You're taking things a lot slower. You're taking things a lot more into consideration and making sure that your head's clear and you're making the right choice here. I feel like we can move on to Oracle cards here. I love this for you. You know, Libra, I feel like this is a great energy for you. I feel like the fruits of your labor are coming in here. The right connections are coming towards you to move you from the space of old. So I'm happy about that. The energy is gaining momentum. Like I said, it's this energy of being stuck with this Chariot card that you're feeling. Not anymore. You're going to be like, wow, this is kind of coming in. It's coming in with ease for me here. Something that I really wanted. Something that I thought was maybe never going to come in this fast. Very fast for this card too. Be your best self always. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling at this moment? Are you being the person you aspire to be? Remember that you determine how you feel. You're constantly choosing to feel the way that you feel. It's understandable. We are all human, and there are times where we don't feel 100%. You drew this card because it helps you remember to access the highest level of emotions now. Don't settle for less than you deserve, right? Do your utmost to achieve more, love more, and be your best. And I feel like it's with this vices, right? I feel like it's like that's what you're kind of really working hard on right now, is to be the best that you can be for these new connections, for this energy that is coming in here for you, so you can shine, so you can find that happiness, so you can kind of be in this space of like hope and love, and transmuting that energy here on earth. So Libra, this is a very exciting time for you. I think you're coming over some old cycles, maybe old cycles of this failure or not feeling of self, and things are going to start moving for you in April.